Hey, what's up? My name is Mariah. I recently made a video about how seduction and working with your own seduction is this path to spiritual maturity and also transcending codependence. I highly recommend that you check it out. And I also just want to give you 3 really quick, really easy practices that you can do at home on your own to practice being able to channel the energy of seduction, right? Which is really just being able to hold your shit together when you like someone or you lust for someone or someone likes you or someone lusts for you. And there's so many aspects that go into sexuality and social dynamics, but these 3 exercises are really just about building your muscles to be able to handle those moments in social interaction when it comes time to say how you feel and express what it is that you want. So the first one is I call speaking, right? And this is just, you imagine the person in front of you, right? Because the idea is like, once we get into the moment with someone else, it can often be very difficult. I think especially for women and people who've been socialized female, there's so much disempowerment and fear that comes up if someone likes us or we have like for other people. And so this speaking exercise you do in the privacy of your own home, and you just imagine the person in front of you and you physically say aloud. Physically say aloud. You're training your mouth, you're training your muscle memory, you're training your brain to start to feel safe and comfortable and free to say this stuff. And you just practice saying exactly what it is that you would want to say to that person, right? Like, I like you. I don't like you. I want you to fuck me. I want you to leave. I don't like that. Stop. Go away. I like that. I want that. I want more of that. I want so much more of that. Just like that. Just practice speaking it. And I swear it feels like your body will start to get more comfortable speaking. The second practice to do is to start thinking, what do I want? What do I want? Not in a big picture fantasy way, in a small way, right? Building your big picture fantasy about what you want from a relationship and your life and your sexuality and your long-term vision and all that. That's one skill set. But I think what often gets overlooked is this tinier skill set of being able to decide in the moment, moment to moment, in a small way, what do I want? So again, think about the person who you like. If you don't have anyone you currently like, you can think of a famous person or a person you've liked in the past. And you can even just imagine that you're in an environment together. Like you can say you're at a concert together, or maybe you're in their bedroom, or you're on a beach in a beautiful location, wherever it is, right? Put your guys' selves in your fantasy land, in a physical place. And again, you're gonna wanna say this aloud. But put yourself in that place and think, what do I want? And practice saying it to them. I want you to put your arms around me. I want you to kiss my neck. I want you to like deeply, passionately tongue kiss me, right? I want you to do this. I want you to do that. I want you to do this. I want you to do that. Go through the steps in your mind and think about what it is that you want. And even if it's a real person, imagine that you're with them. What is the real fantasy that you have for them? I want us to go to the farmer's market. I want us to make music together. I want you to tie me up and whip me. Whatever the fuck it is. Let yourself do it. And even practice trying on desires that aren't normally yours, right? Like, I want to just be able to lie back and do nothing. I want to be in complete control. I want you to lick my feet, whatever it is. Just practice playing, be playful, explore different parts of yourself, explore different desires, and then notice which ones ring really, really true. And I think the better we can get at sort of like closing the lag time in the moment between what's physically happening in reality and being able to like go inside, figure out what we want and say it, the more empowered we are in the moment and the more present, the more we're genuinely able to be present in the moment with someone. Okay, exercise number 3 is about healing our young part, right? Like a lot of us have experienced really sort of like harmful or hurtful, negative things around our sexuality and our expression, and even just the process of being socialized into standard education often carries with it immense trauma. And so I want you to go back to a time, if you can, the earliest time, when you felt like you expressed yourself or you were sexual or sensual or liked someone and something happened that felt really bad. And how old were you, right? Were you 7? Were you 9? Were you 11? Were you 18? For the purposes of this exercise, try and keep it light. So if you did experience something like incest or like a full-on rape, right? Don't do that. But maybe find something where you like someone and they didn't like you back, or you had a genuine moment of expressing your sexuality and then it was shamed, right? These little things carry so much charge, and sometimes that helps us work within a therapeutic range as opposed to trying to go to like the hardest thing, right? So find a really early memory of when you sort of felt like you first expressed your beautiful budding sexuality, sensuality, like lust, love for someone, and it got hurt somehow, contracted. And think, how old were you? And go back to that part and interview yourself. So let's say I go back to when I was 11, and I say, hey girl, hey. And you can do sort of like a little bit of soul retrieval stuff. You can pick up your young part and love them and stroke their face and kiss their eyelids and be like, I love you, you're beautiful, I love you, you're beautiful. And once you feel like that part's kind of like there and with you, you can say, hey, what did you want, by the way? You young, beautiful, precious part, what did you want? You wanted this person to like you. You wanted something to feel good. You wanted to be loved. You wanted everyone to see how beautiful you are. Whatever it is, get to know what it is that they want. And then do a little bit of healing. Think like, how can I give that younger part of me a little bit of what they want? Just a little bit, right? They wanted to be really beautiful. Maybe get all dressed up and like karaoke to your favorite song and tell yourself you're beautiful the entire time. If they wanted some boy to like them who didn't like them, maybe make a list of all the boys in your whole life who've ever liked you. And don't fall for that bullshit that no one does. That's her bullshit. That's that young one's bullshit, who now thinks that no one ever likes them. Anyway, that one might be a little bit more complicated, but if something comes easy and naturally to you, then something comes easy and naturally to you. So these are just a few exercises that you can do to start channeling energy through your body and starting to like build like a more solid foundation in yourself to be able to channel this energy in your interpersonal interactions. It's so exciting for me to be with you and learning about these different seduction things. I'm sending you so much love.